The sun was setting over Earth's last great research city, a place hidden deep in the mountains where the world's brightest minds worked in silence. Inside the high-tech laboratory, Dr. Amina Shah stared at the glowing screen for years. She and her team had pushed the limits of physics, searching for a way to break free from the slow, old space travel that had held humanity back for centuries. Tonight was different. The machine in front of them was not just a machine, it was the key to a new era. The faster-than-light FTL drive they had built was about to be tested. A device that could let ships jump across the stars faster than anything anyone had imagined. If it worked, it would change everything. The air was thick with nervous energy. Around Amina, her colleagues adjusted controls, checked readings, and whispered last-minute hopes and fears. The world outside did not yet know what was happening here, and that was how they wanted it. This secret project was too important to be exposed before they were sure. Amina pressed a button. The drive hummed softly, then roared to life. Flickered on the console, numbers jumped higher and higher. The room filled with a strange blue glow that pulsed like a heartbeat. The energy readings climbed beyond any normal level. This was not just a tested, it was a leap into the unknown. Suddenly, a burst of light filled the room. The machine's core shone bright white, then dimmed slowly. The readings showed success. They had done it. Humanity's first jump through. Faster than light space had been made. Outside, far above Earth's atmosphere, a strange ripple spread through the fabric of space. This ripple was not natural. It was a signal. Something new, something powerful. Far away in the dark halls of the Galactic Council, the silence was broken by urgent messages. Sensors had detected an unknown energy pulse coming from a small blue planet. The council members gathered quickly, eyes wide with shock and curiosity. "What is this?" asked one elder, his voice trembling. "Who dares to send such a signal? Without permission?" The Galactic Council had strict rules. No species was allowed to reveal FTL technology before joining the galactic community. Earth had never been on their radar. It was a quiet world, overlooked and ignored. Now, suddenly, Earth was announcing itself with a power that could not be ignored. Back on Earth, Mina and her team celebrated quietly. They knew this discovery was dangerous as well as exciting. If the galaxy learned of their secret too soon, enemies could come, and Earth was not ready for war. Still, the scientists had done something no one thought possible. They had opened a door to the stars. As news of the energy pulse spread among alien civilizations, fear and questions grew. Some saw Earth as a threat. Others saw a new hope. The galaxy was changing. Amina looked up at the night sky, her heart pounding. The stars seemed closer now. But she also felt the weight of what was to come. Earth had awakened a power that could bring greatness or destruction. The future was uncertain. And the hidden breakthrough was only the beginning. The moment the energy pulsed from Earth's secret, FTL tests spread across the galaxy. It was impossible for any species to ignore. Messages buzzed through alien communication networks, each race interpreting the signal in their own way. Some feared an attack, while others wondered if a new, unknown power had just entered the galactic stage. At the Galactic Council, the Great Chamber filled quickly with representatives from dozens of worlds. The air was thick with tension. Had governed the galaxy for centuries, maintaining peace and balance by controlling the flow of faster-than-light travel technology. No species had ever dared to develop such technology in secret until now. "We cannot allow Earth to continue unchecked," said a tall, stern figure from the Threx Empire. "If this primitive planet gains full control over FTL travel, they could upset the entire balance of power." Across the room, a smaller delegate from the peaceful Vilar Confederacy raised her hand. "We know nothing about Earth's intentions. Perhaps this breakthrough could bring new alliances, new knowledge. We should not rush to condemn them without understanding." The debate grew heated. Some called for immediate sanctions. Others warned of the dangers of provoking a species they knew so little about. The council's leader, an ancient being named Solon, raised his voice for silence. "Must act wisely. Earth has stepped into a role they were not prepared for, but they have not yet shown aggression. We will send envoys to make contact and learn their purpose. Meanwhile, on Earth, the world's governments were scrambling to respond. News of the pulse had not yet leaked to the public, but the leaders knew they had no time to waste. They formed a secret task force to prepare for first contact with alien visitors. Whether friend or foe, Captain Marcus Kane was chosen to lead the task force. A veteran of Earth's space program, Marcus was known for his calm under pressure and sharp mind. He stood in a conference room, surrounded by scientists, military officers. Our world has changed overnight, Marcus said. The galaxy is watching us now. We must be ready to defend our home, but also ready to reach out. This is our moment. How we act now will decide the future of humanity. Back in the shadows, some in Earth's government worried that revealing the FTL drive was too dangerous. What if hostile powers attacked? What if the Council tried to punish Earth? But Amina Shah and her team believed in the strength of human ingenuity and resilience. As the days passed, strange ships appeared on the edges of the solar system, silent, watching. Earth was no longer alone. The galactic game had begun, and the stakes were higher than ever. In the quiet moments before the storm, Amina looked at the stars again. The hidden breakthrough had lit a fire. Now humanity's true test was about to begin. The alien ships hovering just beyond Mars were unlike anything Earth had ever seen. Sleek, dark, and silent, they moved with a grace that seemed almost unnatural. Onboard crews from the Threx Empire watched Earth with sharp eyes and cautious minds. They had come to demand answers. Inside the newly built orbital command center, Captain Marcus Kane stared at the holographic display showing the approaching vessels. His jaw tightened. Earth's military was ready, but this was the first real test of their new power. A transmission channel opened. The voice that came through was cold and sharp, spoken in a language Earth's translators struggled to decode quickly. The message was clear: reveal your technology or face consequences. Earth's leaders debated fiercely. Some wanted to hide everything and pretend nothing had happened. Others believed honesty might buy time. In the end, they sent a cautious reply: we seek peace. Our technology is new, but our intentions are not hostile. The response was swift and unforgiving. The Threx commander declared Earth as the threat to galactic order and gave a deadline to surrender the technology. The Galactic Council met again, their chambers filled with tension and fear. Some members argued Earth must be punished to maintain peace. Others warned that harsh actions could spark a war none were ready for. Meanwhile, Amina and her team worked around the clock to improve the FTL drive and develop defensive systems. The scientists knew that this was no longer just about exploration. It was about survival, hidden in underground bunkers. Engineers built new ships equipped with the secret FTL jump drive. The first fleet of Earth warships was born, fast and powerful, ready to protect their home. Marcus trained pilots in zero-gravity simulators, pushing them to master the new technology before it could be tested in real combat. Every day, the threat grew closer. In quiet moments, Marcus thought about the responsibility resting on his shoulders. Earth's future depended on them, on humanity's ability to stand united and face an unknown enemy. The countdown to conflict had begun. The galaxy watched, the Council waited, and Earth prepared to ignite its power. The hidden breakthrough was no longer just a secret, it was the spark that could light the fires of war. The stars beyond Earth had always seemed distant and untouchable. But now, with the power of the new FTL drive, humanity was about to leap into the unknown in a way no one had ever dared. The moment had come for Earth's warships to make their first jump through the vast darkness of space, and the outcome would change everything. Inside the command bridge of the flagship Aurora, Captain Marcus Kane stood firm. Around him, the crew prepared nervously. The ship thrummed with energy as the FTL drive powered up. This was no simulation. This was the real test. The enemy fleet from the Threx Empire was closing in. Earth's forces had to intercept them far from home. The countdown began. 10-9. The tension in the room was almost unbearable. Marcus's eyes scanned the view screen, watching the stars blur as the ship accelerated faster and faster. The familiar constellation stretched and twisted, then suddenly snapped away. With a sudden jolt, the Aurora emerged light years away at the edge of the enemy formation. Time seemed to freeze for a moment. The crew stared in disbelief. They had done it. The impossible was real, but there was no time to celebrate. The alien warships turned their glowing weapons toward Earth's fleet. A pulse of energy shot through space, and the battle erupted. Explosions lit up the dark void as ships danced and darted between beams of deadly fire. Earth's pilots used the new FTL technology to make unexpected jumps, appearing and disappearing, like ghosts. The Threx fleet struggled to adapt to these tactics. On the bridge, Marcus barked orders. Flank left. Prepare the ion cannons. Jump again on my command. The crew worked as one, their training and determination shining through, but the enemy was strong, relentless. Ships on both sides were torn apart. Each victory came with a price. Meanwhile, deep within the Galactic Council chambers, watchers held their breath. The sight of Earth's fleet engaging an empire shocked even the oldest members. This small planet, once insignificant, now wielded a power that threatened to upset centuries of galactic balance. The Council's leader, Solon, spoke gravely. We face a new era. Earth is no longer a child in the galaxy. They are a force to be reckoned with. How we respond now will shape the future of us all. Back on the Aurora, Marcus saw a huge enemy dreadnought charging a massive weapon. If it fired, it could destroy half the fleet. Marcus made a split-second decision. All ships prepare for one final jump. We will strike before they can fire. The fleet powered their FTL drives again. In an instant, they vanished and reappeared inside the enemy's formation. It's close enough to unleash a devastating surprise attack. The dreadnought exploded in a fireball of light and debris. Cheers broke out on the bridge, but Marcus remained focused. This battle is only the beginning. We have shown them what humanity can do, but the galaxy will not forget. As the battle faded into the darkness, Earth's warships returned home, battered but victorious. The FTL drive had passed its greatest test, and humanity's place among the stars was secured at least for now, but the cost was clear. Many brave souls had been lost, and the galaxy had awakened to a power it could no longer ignore. The hidden breakthrough was no longer hidden. The war had begun. The Galactic Council's chambers were vast. A grand hall carved from ancient stone and shimmering metals from countless worlds. Representatives from dozens of alien species gathered there, each bearing the weight of their civilization's hopes and fears. The air was thick with tension, as none had witnessed such a bold move by a single planet in centuries. The pulse of energy from Earth's FTL drive had shattered the calm of the galaxy. Sending shockwaves through the political and military ranks alike, Solon, the Council's leader, an ancient being with eyes that seemed to see through time itself, rose to address the assembly. Earth's sudden rise is a challenge none expected. They have broken the sacred silence of the void, revealing technology reserved for the Council's guidance. We face a dilemma unlike any before. From one corner, a tall, armored Threx delegate slammed a fist on the table. This planet is reckless. They threaten the balance of power. If left unchecked, Earth will upset alliances and bring chaos. We demand sanctions immediate and harsh. A murmuring of agreement rose around the chamber. Yet, from the opposite side, a representative of the Vylar Confederacy stood, her voice calm but firm. We know little of Earth's true intent. Punishing them without dialogue may provoke the very conflict we seek to avoid. Perhaps they offer a chance for new alliances, new knowledge. Arguments volleyed back and forth. Some feared war, others saw opportunity. The Council's ancient protocols offered no clear answer for this new kind of threat, a planet wielding the power of the stars, but still untested in the galactic arena. Meanwhile, on Earth, the pressure mounted. Governments met in secret to decide their next steps. The world's leaders understood the stakes. Earth was vulnerable, yet the FTL breakthrough was their greatest hope for survival and advancement. Captain Marcus Kane paced the briefing room, maps and star charts glowing. On screens around him, The Council will send envoys soon. Our message must be clear. We seek peace, but will defend ourselves fiercely. Our technology is ours to protect. Scientists like Amina Shah worked tirelessly to refine the FTL systems and build defenses. Deep underground, engineers assembled new warships equipped with the secret jump drives. Faster and more maneuverable than any alien fleet had seen. Back in the council chambers, a decision was finally reached. A delegation would visit Earth, but under strict conditions. They would assess humanity's technology and intentions. The council hoped to prevent war, but knew the fragile peace could shatter at any moment. As alien ships moved closer to Earth's orbit, the unknown awaited, not just in the stars, but in the choices humanity would make. The hidden breakthrough had ignited a spark that could either light a new future or burn everything to ashes. The galaxy was watching. The council was watching. And Earth was readying for the storm to come. Humanity's secret weapon was unlike anything the galaxy had ever seen. Built deep underground in the largest hidden shipyards on Earth, it was a masterpiece of engineering and daring innovation. Powered by the very FTL drive that had shattered old limits, the weapon was called the Quantum Lance. A concentrated beam of energy fired through a stabilized FTL conduit. Unlike traditional weapons that took minutes or hours to reach their target, the Quantum Lance struck instantly across vast distances, making it almost impossible to dodge or defend against. Its power was so great it could cut through the thickest alien armor like a hot knife through ice. The moment Earth revealed this weapon, the galaxy's reaction was electric. News spread like wildfire through alien networks. Some species whispered in fear, others shouted in alarm. The once skeptical or curious factions now trembled at the thought of a human fleet armed with such devastating technology. At the Galactic Council, the chamber buzzed with urgent discussion. The Vylar delegate, her face pale with concern, addressed, "The Assembly, this weapon changes everything. It removes the balance of power we have maintained for centuries. If Earth uses it without restraint, no world is safe." The Threx delegate growled in agreement. "We must contain Earth or face destruction. They've crossed a line." Meanwhile, Earth's leaders faced their own challenges. The Quantum Lance was powerful, yes, but wielding it carried risks. If the energy conduit destabilized, it could cause catastrophic feedback, destroying the ship and possibly more. The scientists worked day and night to perfect its operation and safety protocols. Captain Marcus Kane stood before his fleet. Now equipped with the new weapon, his voice was steady but firm. "This weapon is our shield and sword. It is the edge. We need to defend Earth and ensure our survival. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility. We will use it only when necessary." Training exercises became intense. Pilots learned to coordinate strikes with the Quantum Lance, timing their jumps precisely to maximize impact. The fleet's tactics evolved rapidly, blending surprise, speed, and overwhelming firepower. Alien spies and scouts tried to gather intelligence, but Earth's technology remained guarded. Every mission was cloaked in secrecy. As tensions rose across the galaxy, Earth's new weapon tipped the scales. Enemy fleets hesitated before engaging. Diplomats grew cautious in their negotiations. The hidden breakthrough had now become a force no one could ignore, but questions remained. Would humanity use this power wisely? Would the Quantum Lance protect Earth or ignite a war that would consume them all? The future was uncertain, but one thing was clear: humanity had changed the game. Forever, the galaxy would never be the same again. The galaxy was no longer a quiet place. News of Earth's secret weapons spread through star systems like wildfire. Everywhere, governments and military commanders debated how to respond. Alliances shifted overnight. Old enemies reconsidered their stances, and whispers of war grew louder. Earth had become a pivot point. There are the hope of a new order, or the spark of a deadly conflict. On Earth, the burden of leadership weighed heavily. Captain Marcus Kane stood in the war room, surrounded by generals and diplomats. Maps of star systems and fleet movements glowed on large displays. The galaxy watches us. Some want peace, Others prepare for war. You must be ready for both. Across the stars, smaller alien nations reached out cautiously, offering tentative alliances. They hoped to gain favor with humanity before larger empires could respond. Earth's diplomats moved quickly to build bridges, knowing that trust was fragile and time short, but not all reactions were peaceful. The Threx Empire, humiliated by Earth's rise, gathered a massive fleet to crush the new threat. They sent spies to sabotage Earth's infrastructure and scientists to study the quantum lance, seeking any weakness. Amid this chaos, unexpected allies emerged. The Vylar Confederacy, known for their wisdom and diplomacy, proposed a coalition to protect the galaxy from uncontrolled war. They invited Earth to join, seeing humanity as a key player in the future. The first battles of the Galactic War began. On the fringes of human-controlled space, Earth's fleet, armed with the quantum lance and FTL maneuverability, surprised enemy forces with swift, devastating strikes. Skirmishes were fierce, but humanity held the line. Captain Kane led missions, personally inspiring his crews with courage and determination. Each victory bolstered Earth's reputation but also deepened the stakes. Every battle risked dragging the galaxy into a loud war. Back at the Galactic Council, debates raged. Some members wanted to impose harsh restrictions on Earth. Others feared that war was inevitable and urged for preparation rather than punishment. Through it all, humanity's resolve grew. They'd crossed a threshold and would not turn back. The galaxy had awakened to a new power, the power of human will, technology, and unity. The war was just beginning, but Earth was ready to fight not just for survival, but for a future where humanity could stand among the stars as equals, feared and respected. The day the Council stood helpless was approaching fast. The final battle was unlike anything the galaxy had ever witnessed. The Galactic Council's great chamber sat empty, as its leaders realized they had lost control over the forces they had long tried to manage. Earth's rise was unstoppable, in deep space near the Rimward sector. The combined fleets of rival empires gathered, determined to crush humanity before it could claim more power. Their ships were vast and heavily armed, confident that sheer numbers and ancient technology would overwhelm the young planet's forces. But Earth's warships, fast and unpredictable thanks to their advanced FTL drives, danced between enemy lines. Captain Marcus Kane commanded with precision and courage, guiding his fleet through daring jumps and sudden strikes. The quantum lance weapon tore through enemy dreadnoughts, disabling their shields and scattering their fleets. Alien admirals watched in disbelief as their greatest war machines fell one by one. As the battle raged, the Galactic Council attempted to send peacekeepers, but their forces were no match for Earth's technology and resolve. The Council's silence was deafening. Power had shifted irrevocably. On the Aurora, Marcus knew this battle would decide humanity's fate. "Hold the line. Push forward. For Earth and all who stand with us." His voice rang out, inspiring his crew. The final moments were chaotic and brutal. Ships exploded, stars lit up with weapon fire, and the void echoed with the cries of victory and loss. Earth's fleet emerged, battered but triumphant. Back on Earth, celebrations mixed with solemn remembrance for those lost. The world had changed forever. The hidden breakthrough had unleashed a force no one could contain. The Galactic Council no longer ruled the stars as before. A new order had dawned, one where humanity's voice was loud and clear. Earth stood tall among the galaxies, a beacon of strength and resilience. The day the Council fell silent was the day humanity claimed its place in the cosmos, not as a child, but as a master of its destiny. The future was uncertain, but the galaxy would never forget the day Earth's FTL drive ignited and changed everything.